Hello, everyone. How are you doing? This is Rodger, Grubus Games Unlimited, creator of Dungeon Crusade, and it is very nice for you to be here for our fourth video in this video series of the development of the Dungeon Crusade rulebook, or the Crusader's Handbook. And this is where I show you the progress and the evolution of it and let you see, we're getting this thing done. So, welcome. Whether you're looking here on Facebook, on the Dungeon Crusade page, or on Kickstarter, wherever, I honestly welcome you, and it's very nice that you're here, and I appreciate your time and interest with all this. So we're going to do things a little differently. Today we're going to deviate just a little bit, not much, but I want to show you a couple things I was very passionate about in creating Dungeon Crusade. And so what we're going to do is we're going to, of course, look at about like 10 pages of the rulebook here, and I'm going to show you some things that I was very strongly about, creating with, of course, all these amazing artists. And then there's going to be actually another video, so we're going to get video 5 out of this. So it's kind of going to be, 2 videos for you to enjoy. I want to say also, I am way more than half done with the final rulebook, and I'm very happy and excited to be at this point. Within the next few weeks, this will be totally complete. And as you know, the game has been complete, but we're waiting on, for this to get the, to get the rulebook done. Upon the completion of this, we're going to be preparing the files for the game company, and for the printing of the game, and of course with fulfillment. So this is finishing up, and I'm very happy to be saying that. Another thing is, I want to let you know that I have adjusted my schedule for the next 3 months, where I am going to be totally here with you guys in Dungeon Crusade and getting the files prepared, and everything that entails with manufacturing. This has been the most incredible thing in my life, and of course all of you guys who have backed it and pledged for it. So the time has come where I'm going to be on this 24/7. I'm already on this game like 10 to 12 hours a day, but from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed for the next 3 months, we're going to get this finished up. So I don't know, hopefully that's not something bad. You're going to be hearing a lot from me and hearing me talk, but it's a very exciting time. Okay, so I think that's it. If I have anything else to say, I will let you know. So let's get into some of these rulebook pages. So we're going to do part 4, then we're going to go right into part 5. So I've kind of divided up these 10 pages. So we left off with afflictions, and I think I was real quick with this when we had to leave. But with creating Dungeon Crusade and developing it, I wanted to there's a lot I wanted to accomplish. I played these kind of games since I was a kid to now, and board games and PC games, fantasy adventure dungeon crawl games, on the console, MMORPGs. So I tried to make this kind of like arcadey, but yet kind of like a simulation, and a lot of like the games from the golden era that inspired me, things like Hero Quest and Warhammer Quest, and PC games such as Baldur's Gate and Might and Magic, Ultima, Eye of the Beholder, Might and Magic, and all that kind of stuff from that golden age, as I call it. So heroes can get afflictions in this game, and if they get there's really 12 different kinds, and first degree ones can lead into second degree. And so that's what we were talking about before we closed out. But you can get afflictions, or rather a hero can get affliction from a monster, from a creature, or some of the environments in the dungeon. So I'll leave that a surprise for you. But going on to a new page to show you, this really is just all about afflictions here. This page, we take an in-depth look of afflictions. Remember we talked about the warfare types? Well, the warfare types, if you see these values here in the yellow box, those are your hero's resistances to certain afflictions. So when you make a check for, like if let's say Sir Brennis was getting, he has a chance to take a physical affliction. You roll the d20, and then usually there's a number associated with that. Say, there's like 13. And he has to roll the d20, but he can add any kind of resistances to that roll. So say he rolled a 13 plus this 3, he has a resistance of 16. But just like, you know, as I talked before, heroes have strengths and weaknesses. So say he was faced with a chaos affliction, he's not very, you know, he doesn't have a lot of resistance to that. So he would have to -3 from, like, you know, a chaos affliction check. And again, it's just, you know, balancing heroes and giving them, you know, a personality and making them very unique. And this is like an example. I talked about the afflicted here, and, you know, that she can spew bile, which is very disgusting. But you have to test range affliction. So, and if you fail, or if your hero fails, they could take a ranged affliction. And then quite simply over here, how do you get rid of afflictions? Well, on Celebration Day, you can go to the temple and get healed, or you could have Albus, your fetch hound, buy an elixir for 100 gold, bring it back to your hero in the dungeon, quaff that down, and you're cured of all afflictions. So it doesn't matter if you have 1, 3, and hopefully not 5, but an elixir is your cure-all. So that's what that is. Right here we get into the resurrection of heroes. You know, your heroes may perish, and this talks about how they resurrect them. It's very easy, kind of in a way, kind of fun mechanic. Very balanced of how they can be rezzed when they perish. But no, when a hero dies, the terror track goes up. You know, the villagers are, you know, they hate to see heroes die, and it, you know, it induces panic and terror. So just know if your hero dies, you're going to have to raise the terror level. Here we talk about, this goes on more about the afflictions, and this here we talk about rallying heroes. And in this game, I was very, you know, one of the things that was paramount to me was creating true party building, because I think it's lacking in a lot of these dungeon adventure games. And going back to like those 6 warfare types, that's what you want to kind of do. You want to build a party of heroes to complement each other and build on, you know, another hero's like weakness. So a really good pairing is like if we took Maheliak, who's strong with physical and chaos warfare, and you want to party with him with Zeke, because Zeke is very strong in arcane warfare, of course, because he's a wizard, and mythical. So those two together can handle a good variety of monsters. And this system just came out so well, and I just know you guys are going to really enjoy, you know, building your heroes and, you know, tweaking them and trying different specs out, and with all the different loot and the power gems, and there's a lot you can do, just unlimited, I think. And then down here, this is level 4 champion monster. That's an ogre chieftain. And watch out, he has a special, the elite version has a special ability called dual axe throw, and it could be very deadly to your heroes. And then the next page here, we talk about Albus. Your heroes have a fetch hound named Albus, and I wrote all the lore for this. And while they're in the dungeon, Albus is used to run back to the village to get them, you know, potions or a pickaxe for mining, more weapons. You know, you simply give Albus your gold, he'll trot back to the village, or run back rather, get what you would like and bring it back to you. Albus can be leveled up in the game, and he can obtain level 3 just like the heroes. The nice thing is Albus can be leveled up anytime during the game. And so, of course, when you level him up, he can run faster, he can carry more, and it's a very cool game mechanic. And anyone who knows me knows my love for dogs. So, you know, it was nice to include something like this in a very brand new game mechanic. I think that you'll really enjoy. And this is just like an example. You know, Albus is the link to the village where the heroes are within the dungeon.